I have a daughter that's 15, and maybe in 2-3 years she'll want to fight fire, and I want to make it so, I want her to be just as safe and successful as anybody else's daughter, and I think sitting back and not saying anything or let somebody else's job or not my responsibility, I think that's short-sighted. I think that, we owe it to them. We owe it to the next generation. Because again, the job, I keep saying the job is a handful. At all levels, it's a real handful. And I don't see the fires changing. I don't think I'm getting any easier, So let's do what we can to set them up so they can be successful. It's daunting to what needs to be done on the landscape. But I go back to it's such a social science trying to manage, at least the Western. Well, you argue throughout the United States, fire, what it's going to be on the landscape, and I think that's where the cohesive strategy really I can anchor into. I get it. I understand the concepts. We want to have we have communities at risk. What are we going to do with those? Well, we want resilient landscapes. We want to protect those communities. And then we want to have a coordinated response. So when we have these unplanned events that are disruptive and threaten these high values we put into these communities, how to respond successfully. One of those things that cohesive talks about is the all hands, all lands approach. It's not going to be just one agency. It's going to take everybody. That being said, that's a handful in itself, getting folks to agree on what kind of pace and scale we're going to start taking care of these precious natural resources we have, as well as the infrastructure we have, and then make sure that our responders come home safely.